Okay, so here's part two, after my random little disconnect there. I do apologise about that. So, back onto the talents. Impending Victory basically allows you to use Victory Rush whenever you use Devastate on a target with less 20% HP or less, but it only heals for 5% of what it usually would. So, it's useful for Pugs, Heroics. I can see it be useful for PvP as well, and very useful for leveling too. I personally haven't got it because I am grouping with guildies, so I don't really need to because I know my healers are competent and they know what they're doing, so I don't really need to worry about that. So yeah, I haven't got that one. Anyway, sorry, I just told my guild that I was recording. Thunderstruck down below improves the damage of your Rend, Cleave, and Thunderclap by 6%. In addition, your Thunderclap improves the damage of your next Shockwave by 10%, stacks up to 3 times. This is awesome because it allows me to do massive damage with Shockwave. I mean, Shockwave does a fair amount of damage as it is, but when you have Vengeance stacking up and this Thunderstruck thing, 30% damage is nice, and I have been known to do 24k crit Shockwaves, which is a lot, especially with the 3-second stun afterwards. So yes, this is definitely needed. Vigilance here, basically what it does is you whenever someone in the, you put this it's like a buff, like say focus magic. You put this on another player, say your best DPS, put it that way, and whenever they take aggro, your taunt is recalled. Taunt cooldown is refreshed. Sorry, losing my words there again. And you gain vengeance, as if so. If they're taking damage, you gain vengeance, so you gain more attack power, which is awesome. It's just so good. Put this on the person who's either going to pull aggro or does the most damage, and yeah, it's awesome. It stops people dying. It's good. Now, next one across is heavy repercussions. While your shield block is active, your shield slam hits for 100% additional damage. This thing is awesome. Get it. Do not even think about not getting it. Right? Basically, what this does is, whenever you activate this, this does twice as much damage. Now this, normally, with Vengeance stacks of about 6k, does about 12k damage. Whack this on, bam, 24k damage, non-crit. You see where I'm going with this? See how I'm getting 50k shield clan slips? No? When I do a Vengeance, then I've got a Vengeance stack of about 12k, I whack that baby out, 25, 26k damage, non-crit, no problem, 50k crits. It's incredible, and it's quite funny, to be honest. It really is quite funny. I've top damage me a single target somehow just by making sure I've got enough Vengeance stacks and doing that at the right time. Very funny. Safeguard. I don't lose aggro. Now I could see perhaps in PvP that this would be very good. In fact, I could see that would be very good in PvP, thinking about it. Raiding, I don't see a reason why I can't think of any counters where it wouldn't be needed, because it doesn't affect AoE damage sort of thing. Yes, I don't think it does. I'm not aware anyway, but I personally wouldn't. I think that's definitely more of a PvP talent than anything. I'll try and think of a situation where it could be useful, but meh. Next, because it's Sword and Broad. This is awesome. This is just brilliant. Increases critical strike chance of devastate by 15%, and in addition, when you devastate or revenge deal damage, they have a 30% chance of you refreshing the cooldown of your shield slam, and reduces its cost by 100% for 5 seconds. So basically, whenever you do devastate or revenge, you have a 30% chance of making shield slam instant and free. Do you see where I'm going with the shield slam and the 100% damage thing? Yeah. Make sure you time it around those, and then you'll just do ridiculous damage. And then your last spell is Shockwave, which is takes a bit getting used to, because it's like a cone. I'll just show you now. Nice little conal damage there. So you have to get used to positioning it, but if you can do it properly, it's awesome. It obviously scales with attack power, so when Revenge stacks up, blimey does this thing hit hard, as I said earlier, especially with Thunderstruck. And it's very good. It's a 4-second stun as well, 17-second cooldown. Brilliant move. Now, this is what I've gone for here, is with Blood Craze in the Fury trees, which is after taking any damage, you have a 10% chance to regenerate 3.5% of your total health after 5 seconds. I like this for tanking. as you saw in the Fury video, these two here are very, and these ones as well, are very deep threat talents, so to speak. I find I don't have threat problems, so I don't need them. I mean, the only thing I could justify going down as Fury Tree would be this one, which obviously increases damage done when you interact. But again, I don't have threat problems. I very rarely have threat problems, so I'm going to go for full survivability. Obviously, this is very nice with full survivability. It gives my healer a little bit of a break, and it's also auto, so it can come on whenever. It's always going to be there because I'm always taking damage, sort of thing. So it's very useful. I feel like that. I've then gone to arms and I've got Blitz, which is good for heroics. Very good for heroics. Charge generates extra rage and stuns an additional 2 by targets. Very handy. If say you get a whole pack of CC break, I know you've got a sheep and a star, and they both break. You can be straight in there, stunning them before they go and kill anyone. Even if you have to tank them, you still stop them taking anyone out. And the next one across is field dressing. This is brilliant. Combined with conjunction with blood craze, and this is very good. Because what it does is it increases all healing received by 6%. Helpful for healers. Obviously, you're the tank, you get more healing than everyone else. An extra 6% could mean the difference between a wipe and a kill. And obviously, the extra healing by 20% means that is going to heal quite a fair bit. And it also affects in-range regeneration, which is very nice as well. So yeah, very good talent. And the last two, I couldn't really justify putting anywhere else, so I just put them in these for just that little bit of extra threat. And that was it. I've got people whispering me and asking me to come tank because I'm such a popular tank. I'm not really. I'm an average tank. I know barely what I'm doing, but it's good fun. I don't like to blow my own trumpet. So yeah, on to Glyphs. We have your main Glyphs: Shield Slam, Devastate, and Revenge. These are tanking Glyphs, Prime Glyphs, obviously extra damage, critical strike chance, and damage again. Major Glyphs, I've gone for Shockwave, reduces the cooldown in Shockwave, excellent for heroics. Glyph of Thunderclap, increases the radius of your Thunderclap ability by 2 yards. I find that good for heroics because it's always handy to have. And I've gone for Cleaving, obviously more AoE tanking. AoE tanking as warriors is actually quite nice at the moment. I don't have problems holding threat, and I actually have to be aware, sort of thing. I have to press more than 2 buttons. It's quite handy. And then minor Glyphs, I've got Battle Shout, Command, and Berserker Rage. Berserker Rage obviously increases rage by 5 when used. Command is exactly the same as Battle. They both do exactly the same thing. They increase duration by 2 minutes and the area of effect by 50%. I've got both of these, just because I know I get some groups where I have a priest, so that cancels out Command, so I can put Battle Shout up, or I'll have a group where someone's got Kings, for example, because they all share the same buffs, I believe. Or no, Death Knight's Winter's Horn shares the same buffs as Battle, so I'll put Command up for myself. So yeah, it's a bit of utility, nothing major to help tanking. And that is the basic tanking spec. I mean, gear at the moment is a lot of... gemming wise, it's more stamina based. You want to gear for stamina quite a lot, to be honest. I'll make another video where I go more into stats about the different specs. This is just a quick glance over. I've still got level 80 ring because I've had nothing to drop so far. But yeah, I will definitely make a few videos. I won't show you a tank rotation on the dummies because it's quite simple. You want to keep using your Devastates, keep using Heroic Strikes when you've got the Rage spare, Shield Slam whenever it's off cooldown, Revenge whenever it procs, Thunderclap to keep the buff up, debuff up because it has a debuff which slows attack speed, Rend always up. You basically need to manage all your spells to make sure they're all being used at a different time. Obviously AoE tanking I've explained, which was Rend, and then you wait for the monster to get enraged, Thunderclap, and then I'll do a Shockwave, and then I'll do a Cleave, and then I'll do another Thunderclap, repeat, filter in Shield Slams there whenever I can, that sort of thing. I'll make guides videos in the future explaining stats, and probably go into more details, a bit more about the spells, just a quick better overview than what I've explained here. I'll probably do that for all 3 specs, just to give more people a bit more information on what they need to do and what each different stat means. And yeah, I should have those out hopefully pretty soon. But yep, this is my protection guide, and I hope people have found this informative. I'd just like to say thank you for all the subscribers so far. 6 in a couple of hours isn't bad, I suppose. Um, but yeah, I hope, thank you for the support. I'm having quite a good fun actually doing this, and I will have my arms guide up probably in the next few days, maybe tomorrow, maybe probably Wednesday, to be honest. Maybe I might do it tomorrow night if I have the energy and the willpower and the enthusiasm. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed these videos, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye now.